Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Zoisola. If this is your first time, welcome. Really appreciate you for stopping by. On this channel we talk about self-development, we talk about career, we talk about how you can improve yourself, relationship and lifestyle. So you do not want to be a visitor, kindly hit the subscribe button and make sure to share and also recommend us, I beg, please. And if you are a returning subscriber, you're already my G. Thank you for sticking by and always here to support your girl. I really appreciate it. Today, we're going to be talking about red flags that you should watch out for in men. I know that it's not all red flags actually worth to break a relationship. That's exactly what this video is about. I'm going to be highlighting the ones that you should work on and the one that you should not even talk about. Just take a peaceful leave. You get me? So let's dive into it. Disclaimer, please, before I start, guys, please don't hate, don't come for me. I'm actually working for your best interest. Girls really needs to know if you are there for serious something or you just want to have a nice time. So let's start. The first red flag that you should look out for in a man is anger issue. No. I'm not saying that your boyfriend shouldn't get angry. In fact, if he has never even got angry in front of you, just know that it's fake. He's pretending. It's actually okay for a guy to be angry. Watch it. If you want to know if your boyfriend has an anger issue, watch what he does whenever he's angry. Watch how he talks whenever he's angry. Watch his reaction whenever it is not okay or he's not pleased with some certain stuff. Just watch him, you will see whether he has anger issue. I really understand that there are some stuff that we don't go along with. I have my own. I have something that I don't take. But that is not anger issue. Anger issue is like reacting instead of being responsive to things, reacting to every single thing in a very aggressive manner. Constant anger, constant anger, saying insulting you, saying what is not meant to be saying because it's angry is actually very wrong. So as eating you, any guy that have anger issue will definitely eat you, or it will embarrass you, will do something that will share hurt you one day. So there's no how you want to pamper it. Anger issue, I don't think that is okay. He has to work on it. If he's not working on it and if he's not making improvement, don't be the savior. Don't be the Jesus that want to save his life. Flee. And that brings us to the next red flag, which is lack of emotional intelligence. Some guys don't know when you're happy. Imagine you are happy, your boyfriend can't even tell. When you are sad, your boyfriend can't even tell. Your boyfriend can't even read your mind, can't even read your face, can't even see through. Like, just by looking at you, your boyfriend can't say what your state of mind. Hush, that's so bad. I think that one is actually soft, is minimal. You can work on that. So you can communicate with him, talk to him. Babe, I noticed this. You didn't even notice. Like, I was trying to pass a message across to you, you didn't understand. Like, you did not, but you didn't get that. Just that one, I think that one just require communication. And if the guy doesn't change, you should know that the next thing is to flee. Oh, my sister, don't watch it. The third red flag is overly controlling behavior. I'm not saying that your guy cannot let you know his perspective, or he cannot suggest some stuff to you, or he cannot tell you where to go, or he cannot just tell you, correct you. There are some guys that are actually controlling. They want you to do things in their ways alone, and that type of guys are actually the ones that think they know it all. Their ways or nothing. It's always their ways or they even fail to look at the good sides of your opinion. They just even want to see it. Hey, and that is bad for you as a lady, because it will start to make you to question your integrity, your mentality. Like, okay, am I that dumb? Don't I know what is best for me? And I beg, you know what, you are actually intelligent. You just have a too controlling man, and that is not good for you. It's not, because it won't allow you to have a mind of your own, which is very bad. So I will advise you that if you have a very controlling man, talk to him, express yourself. Whenever he tries to control you, or whenever he tries to impose his ideas, impose his opinion on you, let him know that, baby, I want to do it this way. I really want to do it this way. I don't care if you do not like it. Okay, you do not have to tell him that you don't care. You don't have to make it a fight, but let him know and let him see the reason. And if he insists on imposing that particular thing on you, just know that your boyfriend is controlling. No guy has the right to tell you what to do. He can only suggest. Everything still boils down to what you think yourself. It's not the man that will tell you this. It's not the man that will command you around. I don't know. Please, that doesn't mean that you not consider his perspective, or you should not consider his suggestions. Of course you should think about whatever it is that he says. But like, if it's too much, and if it's coming too often, telling you do this, do that, ordering you around, imposing everything he says, just want everything to be done his way, just know your boyfriend is controlling. Flee. I said it. Flee. The fourth red flag that you should look out for in a man is laziness. My sister, the worst thing that you can ever is laziness. Hey, my sister, don't even want to be with that kind of a man. Any man that is lazy, do you know how to know a lazy man? A lazy man do not always have interest. They get tired easily. Like any small, like, I'm not interested. Suggest this, I'm not interested. Ask them, ask them, babe, what do you think? They can even have plans, they can even have plans, but to actually actualize it, procrastination all the time, laziness. They don't want to do it. They don't have interest in anything. They just want to flex, enjoy, sleep, and do big boy. Carry this thing. It's okay. It's okay to do big boy. It's okay to flex around. But is the man working? Another thing is, a lazy man will not contribute positively to your life. There's no how, because you cannot even give what you don't have. So a lazy man is not good for you, because a lazy man cannot even cater for himself, let alone you. I'm not saying that you want to be a burden to him, but I'm talking about somebody that will not be a burden to you either. Yeah, lazy man is not for you. Flee. I don't even think you can even correct him on that. It's not you that you tell him what to do. That's not your work. If a guy has not built himself to be hardworking and to work smart so that he can be a good man for you, or good man for himself and you too, please flee. I don't think there's any need of communicating with this kind of a thing. Don't deal with it casually. It's very important. Don't deal with it. Don't say it's because it's not that he lazy, he just doesn't have interest. Don't look for excuse for him. Please flee. I beg. I cannot do justice for whatever. You feel me? Learn to flee. Now to the fifth red flag is validation seeking. A man that doesn't know himself, that has not worked enough to identify who he is, cannot have a good judgment of who you are, because they are always seeking validation. They seek validation from their friends, they seek validation from their mommy, they seek validation from their daddy, they seek validation from a random person. Undecisiveness. I don't know, maybe that, I don't know, but like, any man that is not decisive, any man that seek validation, that want to prove, that want people to tell him that okay, this is right, that is not decisive, that cannot even make a point without seeking people's validation, without seeking people's opinions, in fact, it's bad for you. Somebody that does that to himself will do that to you. It's not as if he's doing it to hurt you. That's just him. That is him, and that is bad, because before he give you something, we ask his friend, do you want this? Should I give her? Do he is actually planning to do this? Do you think it's the right thing? My girlfriend is actually going out lately. Do you think he's wanted to seek opinion, but like carrying your girlfriend's matter to go and meet friends, to go and meet families. Please, my baby is doing that. Do you think that just seeking validation for her, or she wants to do you think it's a nice opinion? Do you think it's a nice thing? Just asking people. I beg. You can talk to your boy, tell him. I don't think you cannot break. You do not need to break your relationship, or else it's actually to the extreme and it's really hurting your progress, or it's something that you do not like. Please talk to him that, babe, can you just stand your ground? Stand your ground. You do not need to seek validation. Run. If it is not changing, please run. You feel me? Run. Then the next red flag is stinginess. Some guys are not actually broke. I understand that some are not really broke, but like they're just passing through a particular phase. They're just in the particular process, and they don't really have much. That is understandable. well understand. Some guys actually have it, they have it full, but if you don't ask, they will not give you. Just imagine me that kind of person. I swear I will suffer. Cause me, that's one problem I have. I don't know how to ask. I cannot ask a guy. I don't know. It's not because I'm proud. I don't know how to ask guys for things. So if I need help, if I go and have a guy that is not sensitive, I don't suffer. I don't suffer. So it's a red flag for me. I don't know about other people, but is it stingy man? If I notice that my boyfriend is stingy, we gotta talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. We are really going to talk about it. Stinginess is, I don't think stinginess will not work well, because not every girl's, and I'm sure that some girls can actually ask. Some girls can say, "Oga, give me this, give me that," but me, I cannot do that. So that kind of a person is that kind of a thing is actually a red flag. So it's something I would discuss with my boyfriend over, like, babe, how far now? Is this how we go continue? Yeah. I'm not saying that you should make your boyfriend you should leave all your life burden for him to carry. Or no, in fact, it's not even his responsibility. But a guy should have a sense of, should have a heart of giving. When he has the money, he should have a sense of giving, not waiting until you ask before he can give you certain stuff. However, do not get used to it. Work on yourself too. Make your money, but your guy should not be stingy at the same time. I know why I'm saying that. Your guy should not be stingy. Okay, do you get that? Don't let me use the whole mouth to talk. The Bible says, "Man, if people go on sorrow, enough is a word is enough for the wise." The next red flag that you should look out for in a man is jealousy. Some guy, it's okay to be jealous. Too much of jealousy is what you cannot withstand. Once your guy is jealous, there will be lack of trust. Once he's a jealous type, like hot blood, he cannot see you with any person. You go and carry gun. He cannot even see you making a video call with a friend. You can't even have a male friend. You can't go out with a male friend. But calm down now. I'm for you and I'm yours. You're my man, I'm your girl. Can you learn to trust me? If a guy is too jealous, there's going to be a problem, because he's going to be overly too controlling. So that still boils down to being controlling. He doesn't want to see you with any guy. He doesn't want to see you angry. He doesn't want to see you wearing a nice clothes. I'm not saying He doesn't want to see you wearing it. It's like, people will be looking at your bum, people looking at your breast. Daddy, calm down. Lady, you don't want to deal with that. Talk to your man. Speak sense into him. I know I'm beautiful, but just know I'm yours and I'm your baby for life. We are doing this and I'm intentional. So you get to trust. So lack of trust actually brings jealousy. So work on that. And if you've done something that actually warrants that, try and work on yourself too. Do you get? So, as for red flags, you to work on yourself. You feel me? The last and the most important red flag is a man that does not know God. A man that does not know God is not good for you, even if you are a Muslim, even if you are a Christian. A man that, no matter how morally upright he is, a man that does not know God, a man that doesn't have a relationship with God, is not good for you. Do you know why? If a man is not settled with God, men are the head of the family. Imagine if the head self is not in a good stand. The whole family is in trouble. Imagine if the head self doesn't know how to approach God. The whole family will not be okay. Even you as a wife will not enjoy him. The man that doesn't even know God will not have, there's just this thing about guys that know God that is always like, it's always like spec. I beg, guys that know God, that's spec, man. I don't know about others, but me. Guys that know God, guys that are good Christian, not the ones that are pretending, the ones that really know God and really know God, and really know God for themselves. I feel like if you are good with God, I can always tell God about you. I can always report you to God. When we have issue, I can always tell God that, God, see your boy, please let me talk to him. There's just one thing that's actually very sweet about having the man that knows God. So if your man doesn't know God, If your man is, I don't know what you want to do, but I will leave that judgment to you. But if it's me, I'm gonna flee. I cannot even date you in the first place if you do not know, because how do I want to cope? How do I want to do it? It's not going to work. So those are the red flags that you should look at for men. And as I said earlier, it's not everything that actually wants to break your relationship over. Do you get? I don't know what should bring it to a man that does not know God in the first place, but I don't think you can actually talk to him, and but don't make it look like you're trying to change him. You should not change any man for yourself. No. You should actually try to improve. But you can make him improve on himself, but definitely not change any man, because you do not have the power. You are not giving that power, so don't even attempt to do it. Don't attempt. You're going to be disappointed at the end of the day. Don't change a man for yourself. Let the man be changed. Let the man meet the man. Both of you can now work on each other to improve on yourself. Do you get that? So you can approach, and then there's some certain ways that you can, okay, now if you have highlighted some red flags in your boyfriend, and you don't know how to approach it, here are some tips. So the first way you can approach it, if the red flag is something is not that much, because there's no perfect person anywhere. So but if the red flag is minimal, something you can manage, you can use communication to battle that. Talk to your man constantly, not by nagging. Talk to him respectfully and politely. Bring it to his notice. Sometimes they might even be doing it unconsciously. So talk to him, babe, I noticed this. I noticed you do this and it doesn't go well with me. Just let him know your stand, your opinion, what you feel about it, so that it can change. Do you get? The next way you can approach red flag is by avoiding being too emotional. You just get emotional everything. Your boy is angry, you're already crying. You're already making yourself a victim. You're already making yourself a weakness. No, don't do that. Don't make yourself weak because of one man's problem. Don't be too emotional. Be rational about it, but do not take it to the extreme. Because even being emotional, so you might not be able to address it the way it should. Do you get? So just be calm and approach it and address it the way it should be addressed. You get that? One way to approach red flag is seeking professional advice. You know that you might have already engaged and you just can't lose the man, or it's something you can work on and he has been making efforts to, but it's still not working. You can seek professional help. You can seek professional help like counselors, therapists. Just let him seek professional help, and so that he can work himself and be a better person, and be a better person for himself and for you guys' future. Then to the last way to approach red flag, is knowing when to leave. You heard me right. Don't patch up. That's the worst thing. Don't ever. It's not even worth it. Don't ever patch up for a guy that has refused to change. Don't ever patch up for a narcissist. Don't patch up a guy that insults you, a guy that does not respect you, a guy that doesn't see you as his woman. Don't do that. Don't patch up. Leave. Yes. There's nothing you can do about that kind of a person to change him. That's just him. Leave once you notice stuff like this. Leave, please. Don't joke with your life. Don't play with your life. You are so important. You've worked so hard. You've worked over on yourself so much than to lose your life, or to lose your mentality, to lose your well-being over one man that doesn't even take you that seriously. So know when to leave, and do not look back, and do not regret it. No matter what people say, that okay, you're already growing old, you do not marry, don't mind them. It's not them that will help you stay in the man's house when you are suffering. Even when you leave the house, they will be the first to crucify you. So leave them under judgment. Know when to leave, and do not look back. In summary, those are the red flags that you should look out for in men and how you should approach them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there are other red flags that I did not mention, kindly drop it in the comment section. Let's talk, let's brainstorm, let's work on ourselves, ladies, and let's show that guys too can also improve on themselves. Do you get? So if you are a new subscribers, watching this means that you actually enjoy this video and you enjoy this channel. Kindly hit the subscribe button, please, before you leave. Hit the subscribe button. Don't be a visitor. This channel is actually live. This channel is where you should be. It's a community you should be part of. Leave something in the comment section. I'll be right there to answer. And if you're a returning subscriber, please share after watching and say something. Let me know that you're watching it. Please say something. Kindly put something down, and I really appreciate. Thank you all for today. See you in my next video. It's going to be a bang. The next video is going to be a bang. So ensure that you watch it too.